The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for their fullback. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 68 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
I got you. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, switch up. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's the fullback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
258. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Inside. Watch two. Watch two.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
51 to mine. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Show me that. Show me that. Kill.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Patriots' 38.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Room here to run. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on now. Let's go.
Now a carry here for the fullback. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think.
He's got a man, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
First and 10, 48-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Marlon Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
11:30.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
First and 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. On third down, it's Mack. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Cunningham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Now he's forced out right. He can run for it, and he will. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he'll find Tanner. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Completes it to Coleman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
36. Hey, flag. Lucky.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's caught by Howard. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On first down, Mack, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D4, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Jones has it, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now Cunningham. He's got his man on the crossing route. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And some room to run now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And the Vikings first down.
Ready. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Tight end right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
57 to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Rush in.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Wide. Back north.
Rodgers throwing on 4th down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20. Figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was by their backfire.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Hey, hold on. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, watch
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Back north.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
I'm scared. Joker, 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 Joker. Inside.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Taylor, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, take 26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll run here with Mack. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Minnesota, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,
taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a stop so hot you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait